Permitting reform to speed broadband projects discussed in the U.S. House of Representatives. Project Kuiper anticipates serving 5 international markets by early next year. Record-setting use of wireless data during 2024. Japan subsidizing undersea cable-laying ships. And a longtime leader in broadband announcing a coming retirement. Those stories and more on This Week in the Broadband Universe. Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Craig Corbin. Broadband permitting delays served as the focus of a House Subcommittee on Communications and Technology hearing this week. Most agree that existing permitting rules are woefully out of date, create unneeded expense and delay. A package of more than 24 bills addressing deployment permitting issues is under consideration. Amazon's Project Kuiper expects to begin serving LEO satellite customers in North America and Europe by the first quarter of 2026. That from Ricky Freeman, president of Government Solutions for Project Kuiper, in remarks he made during the World Space Business Week conference in Paris. Kuiper currently has just more than 100 LEO satellites in orbit, double that by year's end. Markets listed as among those to be served by next year: Canada, France, Germany, the UK, and the United States. There is a substantial deadline looming for Kuiper. Original FCC clearance to operate the satellite network requires half of its planned 3,200 satellites to be launched by July of 2026. A Washington state law set to take effect in October imposes a tax on digital online advertising services. Comcast has now filed suit, claiming the law violates the Federal Internet Tax Freedom Act, which prohibits states from imposing discriminatory taxes on electronic commerce. Washington State Bill 5814 would require agencies to collect sales taxes ranging from 7.5% to 10.6% on advertising services. Comcast seeking a declaratory judgment that the new state tax law is unconstitutional. Dallas-based fiber optic communications infrastructure provider Gigabit Fiber this week announcing a majority investment from a fund managed by Blue Owl Capital's digital infrastructure strategy. Gigabit Fiber owns fiber networks connecting 50 data centers with more than 500 route miles of high-count fiber across the state of Texas. Record 132 trillion megabytes of wireless mobile data was used by Americans during 2024. That's up from 100 trillion megabytes the year prior. That according to the CTIA's annual wireless industry survey. Those results mark the third straight year of roughly 35% growth. The 32 trillion megabytes jump from last year, the largest in U.S. wireless history. 5G fixed wireless access had upwards of 4 million new subscribers, which made up 99% of new fixed broadband subscriptions. Officials in Japan have announced $300 million in subsidies to tech company NEC to buy cable-laying ships. Japan considers subsea cables of vital importance to national security. NEC, one of the largest deployers of subsea cable, along with U.S.-based Subcom, French-owned Alcatel Submarine Networks, and China's HMN Tech. At present, NEC rents a cable-laying ship from a Norwegian corporation. Word this week of a notable retirement in broadband. Shirley Bloomfield announcing that she will step down as Chief Executive Officer of NTCA, the Rural Broadband Association, and she plans to do so in March of 2026. Shirley has served 2 tenures with NTCA, originally as Vice President of Government Affairs and Association Services from 1986 to 2007, and her current role as CEO, which began in 2010. During her time with NTCA, the association created the Smart Rural Community and Gig Certified programs, along with the Foundation for Rural Service, which supports rural broadband providers, consumers, and policymakers. The use of artificial intelligence and copyrighted characters at the center of legal action taken this week by Disney, Warner Brothers, and Universal Pictures. The trio have sued Minimax, a Chinese AI image and video generator, for copyright infringement. This, the latest front in the battle over using television shows and movies to teach AI systems. Minimax markets its Hailuo AI as a Hollywood in your pocket and uses studio characters in promotional materials. Earlier this month, the three studios filed suit against Midjourney for allegedly training its AI system on movies and TV shows. And finally, not a bad way to get out of the gate for new streaming services ESPN Unlimited and Fox One. 1 million new subs altogether. Both were launched just in time for the NFL season. The top tier ESPN Unlimited is $29.99 a month. Fox One, $99.99 a month. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on This Week in the Broadband Universe.